Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN on YouTube. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the 76ers tonight. After a heartbreaking performance from the Los Angeles Lakers, it was a very heartbreaking loss for the Los Angeles Lakers against the 76ers. I want to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about the depth of this game and what this all means for the Lakers moving forward. But before anything, guys, please be sure to like all my social media sites: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Always, I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this video. You guys can check out my social media sites. And of course, subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, guys, let's just get right into it. So, guys, after a back and forth type of scenario for the Lakers in the fourth quarter against the 76ers, the Lakers suffered a heartbreaking loss against the 76ers. The Lakers, at one point, they were leading by exactly 1 point against the 76ers. 11 seconds left into the fourth quarter. But unfortunately for the Lakers, Tobias Harris of the 76ers comes up with a jumper for a score that ended the game for the Lakers and ended up getting the Lakers their fifth loss into the NBA season. And as a result, I believe the Lakers, they are probably went down maybe the second, maybe the third seed from this loss, because I believe that the LA Clippers and the Utah Jazz are still tied with the records. I believe they have 4 losses under their belt, but I might be mistaken. But as of this results, it was just a heartbreaking loss for the Los Angeles Lakers. There's a lot of efforts out there that were not met in this particular game. Defensively, the Lakers, they weren't really there because of the offensive attack by Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, who had a triple-double out there tonight for the 76ers. And across the board, if you see the comparisons stats for both teams, turnovers were the downfall, to be honest, from the Los Angeles Lakers. I believe they had 11 turnovers, and it's just the efforts from shooting, from the field goals. It's just wasn't in their favor for the Lakers in this time around. And defensively, they just weren't there. But when it came to the fourth quarter, they did come back. They did come back at one point from the help of LeBron James. And we have to give a lot of credit to KCP, Dennis Schroeder, and I believe Alex Caruso, and a little bit from Anthony Davis for their efforts to get the Lakers back on track, where they were leading by, I believe, like 1 point at one point into the final seconds left in the game. But like I said, Tobias Harris came out of nowhere with that mid-range jumper, which kind of brings into the question of the defense for the Lakers, of them not playing solid defense in this game against the 76ers. So it's disappointing. It was a heartbreaking. I was just the edge of my seat when it came to the Lakers leading 1 point in 11 seconds left in the game. But shockingly, it ended up not in the Lakers' favor because of Tobias Harris. So it was sad. It was a sad moment for Laker fans. I mean, Lakers Nation, I feel your pain. I mean, it was not the type of situation where the Lakers should have played aggressive defense. It would have, maybe they would have fouled him. Maybe something would have happened to the point that maybe they missed a shot, and then somehow LeBron, maybe Anthony Davis, or one of our top shooters for the Lakers in KCP or Dennis Schroeder, could have made some sort of three-pointer that would have sealed the win, possibly. But it wasn't like that, and it's just ended up not being in in the win column for the Los Angeles Lakers. It was heartbreaking for the Los Angeles Lakers. But when you look at the stats for the Lakers, I don't think it really matters now. But LeBron, he came to play for the Los Angeles Lakers. I believe he averaged 36 or maybe 34 points out there tonight. And when it's all said and done, the only efforts that came to the Lakers was the starting lineup, if you will, from Anthony Davis, who had 23 points and 8 rebounds. And then when you look at Dennis Schroeder, who I believe he either had 10, maybe 14 points out there. I mean, I might be mistaken, but his efforts in the fourth quarter was really there to help the Lakers, get the lead that they were getting, a very short lead at one point, like I mentioned, with the 11 seconds left. It's just his efforts was there. And even though KCP, he did help the Lakers boost their lead a bit in the fourth quarter, he only scored 3 points. So his efforts in tonight's game, throughout the game, was not there. But, he helped at one point in the fourth quarter, final seconds left in the game. But it's just wasn't enough. And then when it comes to the bench, I mean, Alex Caruso, I can honestly say he was the only player off the bench that stepped up. Okay, he was the only guy that really stepped up for the Los Angeles Lakers. I think he had 10 points out there tonight. And when it came to his defense, it was there, but it just wasn't enough. I mean, throughout the board, the Lakers on defensively, they weren't playing aggressive defense against the 76ers, to be honest. I mean, it's just wasn't in their favor. And it's disappointing. It's just, I really thought, because I was just at the edge of my seat watching the game and seeing the Lakers where they were at. It just was disappointing. It was, it really, drained all the energy out of me when it came to the final seconds left. And Tobias Harris making that shot is just really heartening, very sad, and I just, it was just disappointing to see how the Lakers ended things against the 76ers. And but I know this, though. I'm going to put some positivity out for Lakers Nation, and that is that they will bounce back. Every time the Lakers lose a game, they always bounce back, and they do it in convincing fashion. And, it just still remains to be seen of how they will bounce back from this, but knowing the Lakers, they will, and they will give us some wins under their belt when it comes to certain losses that they suffer. And hopefully just things turn around for the Los Angeles Lakers for the better moving forward, because they still have the mindset. The mindset is still winning a championship. I mean, that's nothing to gloss at. I mean, they want to get to the playoffs, be the number one seed. That's still in the mindset for the Lakers. I'm not sure if the stat-wise things changed from the records of the Lakers' wins and losses will be a huge effect if somehow they probably go down to maybe the second, maybe third seed into the Eastern Conference Finals. But still remains to be seen about that. But I know, knowing the Lakers, they will bounce back. Okay, this is the Los Angeles Lakers, the reigning defending NBA champs, and knowing them, they will bounce back. I have no doubt about it. So, guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos, and please give me your thoughts about the Lakers' heartbreaking loss against the 76ers. Do you think there should be some improvements need to be made? Maybe it's just wasn't the Lakers' night. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios where the Lakers could have showed their abilities to possibly take this win. Should have happened maybe in the third quarter, possibly, or maybe the fourth quarter, but aggressively. It's just a lot of scenarios that could have changed the course for the Lakers to really get this win over the 76ers, but unfortunately it just wasn't the case. And hopefully, like I said, the Lakers will bounce back from this loss against the 76ers. And, things are looking bright. Things are looking bright for the Los Angeles Lakers. So keep the faith. So guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to like all my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll leave the links, like I said in the intro, I'll leave the links to my social media sites into the description of this video. You guys can check out my social media sites. And of course, subscribe to the channel, share my videos, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.